Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth. Pleased to meet you.
I've been on a big Stones kick because I found out that
because you found out about them.
That Mick Jagger's son follows me on Instagram.
Really? No way.
Yeah, Lucas.
Shout out Lucas.
Lucas Jagger.
Got the Lukes like Jagger.
And he DM'd me. Do you ever like find someone that DM'd you a while ago, but you can't see the DM for some reason? It's like hidden.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that.
So he could have said anything.
Could have been like, yo, Mick Jagger wants to come on the pod.
He really likes your style.
Yeah.
He likes the cut of your jib. Damn, that would have been awesome. But do you think that he's like do you think that listening to his dad's music is going to help us in the long run? Or is it just, it's nice to know that his bloodline is associated?
I mean, I don't think listening to the Stones is going to help us.
All right. So why are you doing it? Help us one time. Do one thing to help the pod.
That's true. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Should we clap?
I clapped already.
All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today is, what is it, episode 12?
At least.
It's episode 12. If you're listening to this right now, it is the Monday before it comes out. It is August 9th.
The dozen.
It's
the dozenth episode.
The dozenth episode. Rone is back. He has been happily married and divorced all within the last 2 weeks.
And remarried to the same broad.
And remarried.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a falling out at the honeymoon, but they worked it out.
That's part of the honeymoon. You just have to kind of get the beef out
90% of people get divorced on the honeymoon.
Oh yeah, that's how
and then
most
they get back together by the time that they're back.
You work it into the prenup. There was the road that we rode on in Hawaii where the honeymoon was called the Road to Hana, and they call it Divorce Highway because people just get in fights like right away on their honeymoon.
Really?
Because it's so windy and it's like a dangerous road. So I assume wives are screaming at their driving husbands. Or maybe just angry husbands screaming at their bad driving wives.
Does Hawaii have that long road where it's like the palm trees and stuff on the side and you're like not allowed to take pictures of it?
They don't like pictures out there.
Yeah, I think that might be there. And some kid told me that he like took a picture there, but it was like a process. He had to like Photoshop some shit in. he took it there, but like something happened. Like he's in it. He like removed him. Like it was like some guy like only would let him take the picture if like it was under these like crazy circumstances.
If he wasn't in it, I saw bumper stickers while I was out there that said no geotagging because like they basically are just gatekeeping
Hawaii
beauty.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't see this beauty. Like you can't have this beauty. There's too many tourists who are absorbing this beauty.
It was really nice though.
It was so beautiful that I don't want anyone to ever be able to enjoy it again. I want to be the last person to ever see it all. I'm not telling anyone any of the spots where I went to.
Did you see any volcanoes?
I saw a bunch of volcanoes.
Did you see any lava?
Oh yeah, it was bubbling up with lava. Yeah,
there was. Just dip your hands in it.
Well, there was a bar right next to it, and so like you would get a shot, and then they would put some lava on top, and it would just be like steaming up.
Really?
And you just like clink up the lava and just like suck it down, but you have to do it the right way, or it'll scald your insides and kill you. People were just dying on the spot. It was fucking sick, bro.
I was actually Googling because I'm going hiking this weekend, and I was Googling like the highest peaks in every state, and there was one in Hawaii that was a volcano.
Yeah, we were the one hike we went on. We like looked down and there were helicopters.
Really?
Like we were so fucking high.
Does that make you anxious at all?
Yeah, I was terrified.
Yeah,
it was like this slim ass.
I don't even know why though, because it's like you're like sturdy up there. Like it's not like I feel like I would be like I'm more scared going up in like a really tall building because I'm like, well, and it's like they're like, well, this shit could just collapse or something like that, even though it's not going to, obviously.
But I always have that fear in tall buildings.
Yeah.
Even looking out the window.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't like this. Like the glass could break. But like even when I go hiking and I'm like super high up, and I'm like,
it gives me the willies.
I'll be high up and I won't even be on like a narrow path. Like we'll be at like a massive rock or something. And for some reason, I'm still like anxious.
You'll look over the edge. It's because you love life and that you don't want to die.
Yeah.
Or especially not like that. Imagine going on a 7-hour hike and fucking like breaking your leg halfway through and they have to airlift you or someone has to, your wife has to carry you.
K2, I think, is like a lot of people don't make it down from that. I think only like 500
They're
people,
bitches.
Yeah.
They're bitches.
Yeah. I think only 500 people have like around that have ever summited the peak of K2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And everyone else has died?
I don't know how many people have attempted to get all the way to the top, but apparently the top of K2 is like super sketchy.
What do you think it says about someone who has the need to explore? Who's just like, I
they
need
probably have something crazy bad must have happened in their life at some point, right?
like they're trying to escape from it, or they have a small penis, are you saying?
Both. Could
Like,
go either way.
Their penis is like the head of a sprinkler, and it just has a million holes in it.
Yeah,
that's Little Dicky's dick, right? He has like 18 holes in the top of his dick. It's like
something like that.
The
Yeah.
thing they used to bless you in church. There's just like water spraying out in every direction of his dick.
You have to make up for it by hiking big ass mountains.
Yeah, that's what makes an explorer, or flying into space. Dude, that's what Chef Donnie always says. He's like too young to explore the world, or too old to explore the earth, and too young to explore space. So like, I'll just skydive or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? But I guess people are just going to be exploring outer space.
Yeah, I have no interest in going to space.
Why?
I don't like being high up. Like I don't know. I hate flying with a passion.
Yeah.
And the idea of flying into space where you're like, okay, there's actually like a 50% chance this doesn't work out.
And like that.
Do you believe that Jeff Bezos actually went to space?
I do.
Really?
I just think that
I don't.
All those operations are just too many people for there to be a lie about it. Like someone would slip up. Someone would get drunk and be like, actually Bezos was just on a green screen in my backyard. I have the pictures right here.
No, I believe that the spaceship went into space. I don't know if I believe that Bezos was on it.
Really? You think that he was just at home? Why would he lie? He must have just known it was so safe that he was going to do it regardless, and he wasn't going to die.
There's no scenario where going to space is so safe.
But like, he must have realized that it's doable. And he's not, I mean,
yeah, I guess.
And he's divorced. He's probably going through a midlife crisis or a quarter life crisis, whatever he cryogenically agreed to, however long his life's going to be.
They weren't up there for that long though, right? I think it was only like 15 minutes.
Exactly. It was like that. They probably got the willies just like you on the side of a mountain. They got like a little bit scared. They're like, go back. Oh, too high. He was definitely scared.
Did you, the worst part of the hike is the going down.
What do you mean?
Like,
from the high part? It was, we drove up really high and then we walked down.
There it is.
And then we...
You're a fraud.
What do you mean?
You drove up the mountain?
So we drove up really high. The hike is called Awa Awa Puhi. Don't geotag it, but it's you drive up to the top of this mountain and then you walk all the way down.
Yeah.
And then the walk back up is all the way up a mountain. It's 3.5 miles up the mountain at the end. So you start by going down and then you end up by going up.
Don't you feel like that kind of defeats a lot of the purpose though if you have to go down?
Brother, if you had been on this hike, this is the most crunchy,
really nice,
grueling fucking...
I'm assuming that was from like your stories on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was the most grueling hike that I've ever been on in my life. We were like passing people who were dying on the side of the roads. They were fucking...
Yeah.
But we're a hiking podcast.
I know. The funniest shit is when you go on like a hike and you're like really getting me and my friends did Mount Mansfield in Vermont, I think it's the highest peak in Vermont. And we did the whole entire thing. Like we started from the bottom. It took us like 10 hours or something like that. And it was like so difficult, like the most intense like cardio workout like I've ever done. And we get like close to the top. We're probably like a mile away from the summit, if even maybe like half a mile. And all of a sudden, like floods of people are coming and they're all wearing like dress clothes. Like there's dudes just wearing like button down shirts and like old ass people with like canes, like old ladies looking like they're going to church.
And they just dusted you on the wall.
No, we're like, what the hell is going on?
They're just way better hikers than you.
We're like, what is going on? They're like holding their dogs and shit. And we found out that you can just take like a chairlift up to the top.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you just wasted all that. But it's the climb really though.
The climb is what's worth it. Yeah.
It's the journey. That's what I always tell Coach Prime. It's like, brother, it's not the end of it's not the destination that you're going to. Don't worry about that Hall of Fame jacket that you got, Coach. It's about making it there. And you and Coach Prime are a lot alike.
We are, yeah. And so I'm going to Wyoming this week.
What are you going to do out there other than hike? Hiking is the softest exercise.
No.
What's soft? It's walking.
Yeah, but not when you do like a good hike.
But like biking is more intense than that. Like any type of weightlifting is more intense than that. Like anything, there's no strain.
There's no way weightlifting is harder than weightlifting is like what? Weightlifting might suck. Like you might not like it. You might not enjoy it, but it's easy. Like it's not hard. All you got to do is just lift heavy things.
But there's
like
a lot
an
of
hour.
strain
For
involved.
like an hour.
And you have to like make sure that like you don't hurt yourself. Like you can just turn your brain off while you're hiking. You can just
No.
set it and forget it. And
I feel
it's
like I've
just
almost gotten hurt way more times hiking than I have lifting.
rolled your ankle.
Yeah. On the way down, when we were hiking in Mount Mansfield, we timed it out horribly. We didn't get to the mountain until like 2 p.m. and we're walking down pitch black.
Bad.
Pitch black.
That's where the coyotes will get you.
we were like, I was convinced for a bit. I was like, we're not making it out.
That's where the human traffickers will get you, and they'll sell you into slavery in North Korea.
Yeah, we knew it was we knew it was bad because the only people that were on the peak were like setting up tents. And we were like, we still have to go down this thing. And we had no idea where we are. We're like, dude, this is like, we literally might not be making it out. We didn't get out of it until like 10.
What would you have done if it got really dark? Like, would you have set?
It was legitimately pitch black.
So
we all had our flashlights on our phone out.
Was there a chance that you were going to just like stay? Would you have stayed, or was it just like you walk until you find something?
I think we got to walk till we find something. I don't think we would have stayed because it was really cold. It was like early spring, I think. Maybe no, it was like early winter actually, I think. And it was really cold at the top, and I don't think we would have survived.
Do you think that what you were doing was a gateway? You would have died. Do you think?
No, like it was cold as fuck.
Do you think that what you're doing is a gateway drug to legitimate mountain climbing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that you'll rappel or down a mountain ever or anything like that? Or
no, I don't think I have any interest. Like I watched a documentary on hiking K2 and stuff because it's like it's a badass goal to be like, oh yeah, I want to hike Everest at some point in my life.
It's
but
very
then
badass.
you watch the video and I'm like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. You're just like walking past dead bodies.
Yeah, literally. And the helicopters can't even get there to get the dead bodies. So they just stay there constantly.
You know, Jake, who does our YouTube, he hiked Everest at the age of 11.
Oh, wow.
What? Hiked?
Everest, though. Everest is like a fucking touristy type thing now. It is.
Everyone's doing Everest.
No,
It's
like that's like a thing. There's like trash. There's like trash on Everest now.
Yeah, just people like movie snacks.
'Cause you just
like they sell popcorn like halfway to the top.
Literally, there's like Amazon billboards on Everest.
You can order Amazon to the top of Everest now.
No, you walk. Apparently on Everest now, it's like you just show up, and if you have a bunch of money, you just pay them to you pay a bunch of like people that live on the mountain to just walk you up.
I feel like I saw an early IMAX movie where they were laying a ladder across a crevasse on Mount Everest. And if you fell down that fucking canyon,
that's a big thing.
Is that what he did as an 11?
There's probably easier routes. That is a big thing though. They throw the ladder across, right?
Yeah, that sounds
that's
terrifying.
Insane. Why wouldn't they just use like a plank of wood or something? Why a ladder?
I think because ladders maybe can you can size them down. You can like collapse a ladder back into itself. Maybe it's a little bit easier to carry, but maybe they just didn't fucking think of it. Maybe these guys are fucking idiots.
Horrifying.
Yeah, just falling because people fell to their death.
Yeah, a lot of people. It happens every year. People die every year. It's hiking like K2 and Everest.
And probably by bears. Probably by just fucking...
I don't think there's bears that high up.
Not on Everest, but hiking. You don't think that you're just hiking and there's bears out there?
No.
That's a surefire way to get eaten by a bear.
The thing is though, I think hiking in New England might be more bear risky because you're always, until you get to the peak, you're always in the trees and like the woods. But like when you hike in like, well, at least from my experience when I hiked in Colorado, it was like you get out of the woods within the first like hour.
And you're right on a path?
And you're on, and then you can just see everything around you because because you're like above the tree line.
You know the difference between a black bear and a brown bear, like what you're supposed to do in each scenario? Because I feel like knowing the difference can save your life.
No, but I do know that a brown bear will like actually fucking claw your face off.
And you just have to punch a black bear in the nose.
Black bears are like little puppies.
You could square up with it like a kangaroo and just fucking give it a little uppercut and it'll just go.
Yeah, you could like domesticate a black bear if you wanted
to. You could break it like a horse. Like within an hour with a black bear, you could be riding on the back of it, standing up, juggling like you're in the circus. They're a bear, but a brown bear though will peel your skin off and wear it.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy who got his face peeled off from the black bear and he lived?
No, I didn't.
You haven't?
No.
His whole entire face is off and he's talking.
Did they have
like his jaw is still moving. And then they just like, apparently it was such a clean swipe. So they just like had his whole face and they put it, you can't even tell that he
was just sitting there like a sticker?
Yeah, no, like, literally.
it just like rolled up like a scroll.
Yeah.
Like the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Let me just unfurl my face and fucking slap it back on. I feel like that's best case scenario.
There's like a little bit of like a scar under his eye. And aside for that, you literally can't tell that.
Oh, you're saying you can't tell? So it's not like a burn victim where like they like grafted his ass onto his face and his lips don't even open.
Looks completely normal. I thought it was fake how real it looked.
Is there a chance that it just didn't happen? Maybe he's just lying or something like that? Like the guy who wound up in the whale's mouth?
There's a video of him talking with no face.
Really?
Yes.
And it just peeled off like a scab?
Yeah. There's literally no face.
Ugh.
His jaw is moving still.
Ugh. Who decided to videotape him before they just taped his face back on? If it was just sitting there, why not at least like introduce face to skin? Yeah.
It's gross.
It's gross, dude.
It's a disgusting video.
But I mean, it's nice to know that it can just come off in one fell swoop, like lamination on a textbook.
Yeah, that's preferred.
Yeah, I mean, then getting it like scrapped off. Yeah. I guess a scar, I could go for an extra scar. I used to have like a little scar underneath my eye, and I feel like it gave me an edge. I feel like it made me look like a villain. Made me look like a bad guy.
I haven't had any crazy scars. The worst one I ever had was I was biking when I was younger, and there was like a cable going across this thing, and I didn't see it, and I drove right into it, and it got my neck. And there was I had like a gash on, like I almost got decapitated basically.
No way.
Not really, but like I had a massive gash on my
But
neck.
if that would have decapitated you, that would have been the soft spot on your body where you would have gotten decapitated.
Oh yeah. But
you just couldn't bike fast enough. If you were a better biker, you would have been decapitated.
Clotheslined me. Like definition clothesline. I flew back. My bike kept going. It was crazy. And my mom made me like go to the town offices and stuff. She wanted to get the cable removed.
What was the cable? Was it a limbo? Was someone doing like a slack line? Why was there just a cable across the fucking bike path?
It was right near our high school, and it was close to this like road that like connects to like the parking lot of our high school. And there was a cable across because they didn't want cars driving through there.
Are you sure that you didn't try to intentionally drive into it? Were you going through a tough time?
No, I'm positive. I was in 5th grade, I think. Or maybe younger. I might have been in 4th grade.
Did you need like 13 or so more reasons why to not drive into the cable? Because like if that's what was going on there and this is a veiled attempt,
brutal way to try and kill yourself. Driving into a cable.
Tip of the cap if anyone's willing to go that far, just biking into a cable.
That is badass.
That's just
if I was on like a moped or something, I would have died.
Someone tried to decapitate themselves. Dude, people decapitate themselves on mopeds all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes.
It's a big problem in this country.
I'm not even kidding. My boy's a firefighter, and he said that one of the places that he went to, like
firefighters love saying that shit.
They see it all the time.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, how was work? It was all right. 10 kids decapitated on mopeds today.
I'm not even kidding. His first day of work, he had to try to resuscitate an already dead baby. All right. I'm saying, bro, you're thinking it's a joke, but these dudes tell the stories like as they're like eating a slice of pizza.
The EMT's job? Why would that be the firefighter's job?
In New York, firefighters are the first responders, so they have to do that shit. But he'll just tell the pizza like fucking stuff in his face, and or tell the story just eating a fucking bunch of food.
There was a fire on our block yesterday.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was the second one in like 2 weeks.
You guys are next,
probably.
Holy shit.
We might be. One time I went out to the kitchen and Dukes, our roommate, just left the burner on. Like
really?
2 a.m.
He had left it on all night?
Just running through the house.
Was he shit-faced or was it just a whoopsie? Might have been.
I think it was honestly a whoopsie. I think he like was cooking. He was making pasta or something. And just
obviously.
What was it?
Pasta.
Whoopsie?
A whoopsie? An oopsie? Could go either way.
It was either a whoopsie or an oopsie. No one tried to smoke inside.
Yeah.
Imagine your apartment just blowing up like that.
I know. I'm like paranoid about it. I like started cleaning out the lint thing in our dryer because I only do laundry overnight. I never do it during the day.
Yeah. Wait, why? Because you're a night owl. You're a procrastinator.
No, like I just wake up and I just clean.
Oh, you throw it on. I
wash it like at 9. Before I go to bed, I throw it in the dryer, wake up, it's dry, ready to go.
You ever forget and you get that musty mildew smell?
Yeah, you do. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You gotta restart after that happens.
Nah, you just gotta wear it for 3 weeks.
That is true. You just gotta tough it out.
I mean, there were definitely like times in my life where I did that. And
No, I've done that before.
It's disgusting and poor, and you hope that nobody smells you.
But you do. It's somehow it smells so bad, and just everyone can smell it.
And you're just hoping like that people's noses are turned off.
Yeah.
The people can't help what they smell.
No.
Like you can look away from something. You can't smell away.
No. You can't.
You can't listen away.
I wish you could.
You're just going to catch that shit. But I used to light blunts on the stove. And then there would be times when I'd be super fucked up, leave the stove on, almost kill everybody.
Yeah.
It's probably what type of time Dukes was on.
Probably. Very, very well could be what he was on.
Are you guys keeping the same house? Or is it true that you guys are going to look for new apartments in New York City?
We're still got 6 months left in our lease. So no time soon.
But when that day comes, or would this be breaking news to your roommates?
No.
We have like 4 months left.
We get out in January.
Did January? Was that like a Django?
I was going to say December.
We got September, October, November, December left.
And
4
it's
full months.
August 9th.
You guys are skirting the issue. Are you staying in your apartment, or are you about to move out to Bushwick and fucking pierce your toes?
When our lease is up, we're going to move.
Are you going to move to Bushwick?
I don't know where. Is that in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to move to Brooklyn.
Are you? Let's fucking go. Bro, what are each of you going to pierce? Nose?
The veil.
I'm going to get one of my front 2 teeth pierced.
Yo, that's going to be so fire. It's going to be so rich.
Yeah, we're going to move to Brooklyn. Manhattan is just not for me.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's for anybody. I think it should be bombed hard.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst place on the planet.
It's bad news because you can't get fresh poke here. It's like there's no kind of fresh
can't get
poke.
fresh anything. No fresh air.
But mostly no fresh poke. Also no grass.
I came to the office, or I didn't come to the office on Saturday. I went to the gym, which is right next to the office, and it was the weekend, so it's not a very busy area in the weekend, and I was like laughing at where we are. I'm like, this is the worst place ever.
Yeah, and they're just jamming shit onto Manhattan.
No, it's like legitimately the worst place I've ever been.
I think the guy with the spear was my breaking point.
We walked by, there's just a shirtless dude walking around with a massive spear. Cops just don't. They're just standing around.
Was the guy ripped?
He was he was on drugs.
But I can't.
PCP probably.
If he was ripped, I would be scared of him. Like if the guy was absolutely
a big guy.
shredded, he was big.
Like he could have definitely stuck.
He looked like an after picture for Sas.
A word.
He would have thrown us on that spear like pork chops.
He would have had you like kebabs.
Yeah.
Like 4 roommates all straight up. A couple pineapples in between you guys.
Spinning around.
Just eating you like pigs on a
through
spit.
the asshole.
Oh, not even through the guts?
No, through the ass.
Asshole to skull. Damn, that's why you got to get to Brooklyn, bro.
Maybe, yeah.
No one's going to lance you in Brooklyn.
No, we were in Hoboken today, and it's just like so much nice. It's just like much more like laid back and like not. I just don't like the busyness of Manhattan.
Hoboken, it's a different place.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
But I just meant like anywhere outside of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Hoboken is
Jersey City.
Extraordinarily white. Hoboken is super white.
What can you do?
Is that what you liked about it?
No, we literally didn't see anyone there. We were there for 10 minutes.
And you just checked it out just to be like,
I don't even think I wouldn't even move to Hoboken. I just meant like I like a more laid back area where I can walk outside and not have to worry about getting murdered.
Bro, you should move to Rockaway, bro. Move out to Rockaway Beach. You'd be by the beach. You could be fucking toes in the sand, ass in the water.
Take the ferry to work.
Yeah.
Take the ferry to work, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about just moving back to Massachusetts. I just take the 4-hour commute.
I don't hate it. Or move to Philly. There's super commuters to Philly.
Yeah.
People who just take a Greyhound 3 hours every day. I can't believe people just sit on a fucking Greyhound or like the Chinatown bus where there's just loose chickens running around, just fucking doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
People do what they have to do to get into New York.
I think I would like Brooklyn a lot more. I mean, I don't even know. No, I just think I would like it more than I like Manhattan.
You are going to.
Yeah. I mean, ideally,
the comedy scene, bro, you can make some goofy ass jokes and fucking people will be like, oh, this is different.
Yeah. I did an open mic in Brooklyn. What is it called? Westville Comedy Club? Something like that.
Where is it? Greenpoint?
Eastville.
What part of Brooklyn is it in?
The big part.
Oh, yeah. I love it down there. The best hot dogs in that area.
Yeah,
they have such good dogs. You get a nice, a genuine Brooklyn dog.
Yeah, it was a nice club. Dope spot. Such a dope spot. I would love to hit that mic again.
How consistent has your routine been? Have you given the same 5 every place you've gone? Or you tweaking it?
No. I've changed it up a good bit.
what percentage has stayed from the first 5 minutes to the most recent 5 minutes?
I'm trying to think. Well, I scratched off most of the jokes from the first 5 minutes.
Are you still running the Shafir joke?
No.
What was the Shafir
God,
joke?
no.
This has to also be a home for retired jokes. Jokes that they didn't make.
We were Owen came with me to the comedy club in Brooklyn, and I did 5 minutes, and yeah, I bombed bad. It was not good.
I thought it was hilarious.
I bombed hard.
That's a supportive friend right there.
Yeah, and I did a joke where I was like checking my phone, checking my notes, and I was like, I used to think checking your notes was like for pussies, but then I saw Ari Shafir do it, and he drugged someone, which is like the least pussy thing you can do. And it was like whatever, like it wasn't like, I thought it was like a funny joke. Like I'm not saying I'm like condoning people drugging people. I'm like, also he drugged one of his best friends who was a dude. It wasn't like he was going out like
it wasn't date rape. Okay, he's not Bill Cosby.
Yeah, and the host gets on after me and he's like, just to be clear, drugging someone is the most pussy thing you can do. And I was like, oh my Lord. And I like didn't even register to me that it happened. And I was like, I like laughed at the host and I was like, wait, what just happened?
Wait, this guy's killing me right now because of my take on drugging people.
And it just sucks. It's like the hosts the hosts are most of the time less funny than the actual people performing. Like they are just like somehow got their way into hosting.
Because I feel like that's your foot in the door. It's like you host until you feel like you're, funny enough to have your own spot or being a headliner.
No, but it wasn't like a show. Like they're hosting open mics and they just get like selected to do it randomly. And then they like think that they're like, how can you host a show when you're not even that much funnier than like, if not, like there's a lot of people there that are funnier than you. And then you come up on stage and you make fun of someone's jokes. Like, dude, how about I go on stage and I make fun of your jokes? We'll see how that goes.
I feel like that's like meat left on the bone anytime that you don't live in the moment enough to make fun of someone. Like the 2 times that I did stand up, both times before me, it was the same guy that went up and his whole 5 minute set was like about being a virgin. And I don't know how I didn't go up and just roast that dude for getting no pussy his entire life because it's like he was just bragging about it 2 years apart from each other.
Yeah. I did a
fuck one time for me.
I did a set at I did an open mic at the Producers Club in Hell's Kitchen, and it was a good mic. The second one was really good. It was a lot of people there, but there was this one dude there both times, and he's just he talks into the mic like this. He's like, you can't hear anything he's saying. The mic is clipping the entire time, and everyone's just like standing there like pretending to laugh because like, what the fuck is going on? Like no one will tell him we can't hear him, and then his jokes are just like, well, so my wife left me. Or no, he's like, so my
kind of funny.
No, that was better. He's like 50 and he's like, so my girlfriend comes up to me and she tells me, I don't like that you complain so much. I look her in the face. I say, bitch, no one tells me how to act. And then that's the whole joke. And everyone's like, dude, like this isn't like a therapy session.
But kind of for a lot of people, I think it is. It's like how he's dealing with his 3/4 life crisis.
And then he gets up again the next time and he's like, I'm sitting on the subway and how is this mug? How do I got this mug and I'm single? Someone answer me that. It's like, dude, you gotta figure some shit out and like not do this.
Is he hot? Was he a hot old guy?
No, dude, he's like 40.
40-year-olds are hot in some
I think he has something wrong with him.
When I went with Sas the one time, there was a guy doing that same thing, just railing on his girlfriend the whole time, but she was front row recording it.
Wow.
She's in the audience.
Wow.
He's like talking about other girls that he was fucking and stuff. And he was like, dude, what is this?
I always don't understand how people like, there's like an intimacy to some jokes when people are just like, yeah, my mom's fucking crazy or something like that, where they just absolutely destroy their very close family members. It's like, are they never going to see this? Or like, do you just have something turned off in your brain where you're just going to be so candid about somebody? Yeah. I guess people like the candid nature.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to act like obviously it's hard to do and it's like cool getting up on stage, but like, and I'm not in any way think that my jokes were like better than everyone else's, but like, it's just like wild.
Theirs were just worse than yours. It's not like yours were better.
Just the whole open mic thing is very depressing. Very depressing.
Why do you want to do it?
Because like the 5 minutes you're on stage is fun, but you're there for like over an hour most times and no one laughs and everyone is bad. And like a lot of the people are like 70 years old. Like there was a dude that was literally 70 years old and was just heckling the entire time. I had a joke about Zoloft And he's like, he just yelled, "You take Zoloft?" I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm working on the joke right now.
In the midst of the flow.
Like he's asking me about my
trying to compare
side
prescription
effects. He's
notes.
asking me about my side effects in the middle of the set.
It's not now.
I was like,
right now.
Yeah, I take Zoloft. It was just like the most strange, like burst out.
What? How do you practice crowd work? Have you been able to practice crowd work with the people yet?
No, there's no, like, you can't do crowd at work at these things.
What I want to do, I'm going to pitch an idea to you right now. During the Arizona Bowl, Barstool owns the Arizona Bowl.
Yeah.
We should have a Son of a Boy Dad live show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We should
During halftime.
During halftime would be fire.
Or
But-
just during most of the game.
Opposite the game, and it's just us versus whoever's calling the game. It's just like who can really draw an audience.
Yeah.
Do people care more about football, or do they care more about us cracking some fucking?
Yeah.
Or no, my real idea though is hosting
Show.
a show of different podcasts from Barstool. And then we get to work on our crowd work in between, and we just go out and we're like, hey, and it's like a comedy tent or some shit like that. And it's like all the podcasts are lined up. Everybody has a little hour. Yeah. And then we go out, we're going, and it's like, oh, like, what do you do for your work? Or like, that's a funny hat or some type of shit like that.
Yeah. I don't know. How will we do that though with like, I don't know. Who would do that, do you think?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think, you mean podcasts outside of Barstool?
No, podcast from Barstool.
Like KB and Nick would probably do it. Who else would do it though?
Who wouldn't do it?
Most of the other people, I feel like
they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't want to be a part of our exclusive sweet ass party show, and we get a sweet name for it or something like that, and we would call it something specific.
Well, it would be ours. It would be Son of a Boy Dad
That's what I mean.
live
Son
show.
of a Boy Dad live show, but like something specific. Our names on the marquee. We do a photo shoot. We get to have like a green M&M situation, a rider and shit like that. We're eating cocktail weenies behind stage.
Yeah,
you get shit faced.
I would definitely do it.
What would be on your guys' rider?
Mine would be cocktail weenies.
Yeah.
Cocktail weenies if they're fucking elite.
A shrimp cocktail.
Or if quiche, a fucking big ass quiche, an entire fucking. You probably don't like quiche.
No, I don't.
You will.
No, I won't.
I'm just telling you, bro. Bro, your 20s are going to be wild, bro. You're going to start to like quiche.
No, I hate quiche.
No, you will.
I hate the texture of it.
I used to hate it too, dude. I used to hate it too. Quiche Lorraine. Start a Quiche Lorraine, then you're working your way over to
a good breakfast quiche, but even then, I don't really love it.
Dude, you're going to learn to love it. That buttery, flaky crust. What's in it? Like ham?
Yeah, something like that.
Ham, some kind of eggs,
spinach,
tons of eggs. You're disgusted by that shit, dude. Get on board with quiche.
I don't want like a big juicy like egg. Like eggs are gross. I eat eggs all the time, but they are gross as fuck.
I have a growing number of friends who are retiring from eggs.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's bad for the heart.
Eggs are? No, I thought they were good for the heart. I think it's like the good cholesterol is in eggs. Am I making that up? I might be making that up. That could be junk science.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up. I just thought they weren't good for you. I don't think you're supposed to eat like a ton of egg yolks.
They're gross. They're like objectively gross. Objectively, abjectly.
Mucusy.
They're mucus. They're phlegmy. They're not a natural consistency. But if you want those gains.
Yeah. Like I like eggs, but sometimes I'm like, ooh. Sometimes
like
I have
how,
them,
like,
I can't eat this.
What are you like again?
Like if you're like sometimes I don't know, sometimes you have an egg and you're like, this is disgusting. Like halfway through eating it, you're like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, there's a texture that it comes to where it's just like dude, but do you know what like celestial event is going on right now? Today, the last sunset that's gonna be after 8 o'clock until May 9th of next year.
Damn, really? So like the seasonal depression's about
Seasonal depression's coming in, but that also means it's bulking season.
True.
Trimming season is done. No more time to get lean. It's time to bulk. For the next 6 months, it starts today. We're fucking shoving food into our mouths.
I've been on my bulk grind.
Nothing but eggs and quiches.
Yes, dude, just quiches.
No, you need steak when you're bulking. You see the steak I made the other day? Oh yeah, we talked about this on
Yeah, but I'm saying you didn't cut against the grain, bro.
Dude, that doesn't matter, but I do agree that I should. I didn't know that you were supposed to keep it sitting there for like 10 minutes.
The grain matters too.
I did do that before though. I used to keep it wrapped in a tin foil for 10 minutes until I cut it open.
So what happened this time? It just slipped your mind?
I was like, I eventually got to one. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm just going to eat this thing. And
I'm fucking hungry now.
I really don't have any regrets. Like it was good.
I know, but just let it sit a little bit more.
Like I'm
It'll
hungry and I want to eat.
But we can't as a show have steak Twitter being an enemy of ours because they're the most powerful and vindictive, and they are they'll find everything that's wrong. They'll get the nitty gritty. Like if there were
Steak
two
Twitter's
pictures.
not an enemy. They loved my steak.
They did?
Yeah. The only thing they said, they was like, hey man, great work. Just make sure next time you keep that thing juiced up properly.
Would you slap a square of butter on it or what? Some thyme? What kind of spices? Salt and pepper, right? That's all you need, brother.
Yeah. Let's just say I have my own little recipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A Montreal rub or some shit like that.
Yeah. I got a little something that I work on.
If I'm ever cooking steak, I'm slapping the fuck out of it. I love to slap the steak. Salt it up and then I'm fucking slapping it like I'm fucking spanking the steak. You gotta slap it. It makes you feel like a man.
Yeah.
Fucking cooking up some steak. I kind of had to stop grilling in the city though, because I was, again, afraid I was going to set my building on fire. Like you really have to clean the fuck out of your grill or else you're going to get a grease fire on your little balcony.
We removed our, what's it called? Our smoke detector. So we're good.
So you can't catch on fire
first
now.
time I cooked in our kitchen, I was like shocked because we don't have windows or a fan or like a vent in our kitchen. So I'm like cooking chicken and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even see in here. It's
Yeah.
so smoky.
How do people cook inside?
I don't know.
It's like
What,
automatically.
do you cook every meal on the grill?
No, but I just last
You're the
summer
grill
I was
master?
grilling a little bit more. I was grilling.
Pandemic.
Didn't want to go out, trying to cook for myself and for myself a little bit, but it literally started like a fire on my balcony that I could have perished.
Yeah.
And it would have been embarrassment to my neighbors to have to go knock on their door and be like, hey, we have to get out of here because I can't handle this bitch ass George Foreman grill. I can't handle the deck style Kingsford grill.
The Traeger got the best.
The Traeger guy. We need to all get the fuck out because I'm too bitch made to be able to cook these chicken breasts.
Look, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. My Traeger's about to blow. This thing is
grab your daughter, get your dog, and get the fuck out because this entire building, this whole block is going to be up in flames before you fucking know it.
This thing's about to pop.
It would have been so embarrassing. And I think that they even saw the smoke. It was like a dark, thick flume of black smoke. And I don't think they liked me for a long ass time.
You don't want that. You don't want any close calls with the fire.
It's not neighborly. Burning down your block is not neighborly.
Because even getting in even having a fire happen, it's the fire's not even the worst part. The worst part is when you get trapped in there and you get some burns on you.
Yeah. And you're throwing stuff out the window.
Those are you don't recover from those.
Oh, especially on your face.
Like Two-Face.
Oh,
Harvey Dent.
And that's not chicks do not dig it as much as they make it seem like it.
Yeah,
your girlfriend will act like she's going to stay with you through the burns, and maybe for 6 months she will. But after that, she's going to move on to greener pastures.
Yeah.
She'll have
She's got a wandering eye.
Yeah.
As soon as those burns hit.
Your eye is completely scalded off your face and hers is wandering.
Yeah.
It's trying to find anybody else. And it's nobody's fault, but
except yours. It's only your fault.
Exactly, because you could have prevented this forest fire. Maybe just a little fire safety.
Be faster. Try that.
Have a little grill etiquette. Maybe scrub your grill after you're done every time. Maybe make sure that the undercarriage doesn't have any loose debris or fatty whatever acids that are going to be catching on fire.
Do you know how to put out a grease fire?
Baking powder. Baking powder.
Baking soda.
Fuck.
Not baking powder. Never heard anyone call it baking powder before. Fuck. Baking soda.
You've exposed me as a bitch.
Yeah, I have.
God damn it.
And I'm now no longer surprised why you have black smoke ripping out of your George Foreman.
It was fucking dangerous. How do you know so much about fire safety?
My dad's a firefighter.
Volunteer or pro?
Pro.
Oh, full time?
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of a firefighter.
He stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Oh, he was one of those?
Yeah.
He's a hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Salute to your dad.
I know.
Good for
There's
him.
a fire on the beach.
There was he went to go put out the fire.
Yeah.
But only the American soldiers.
Yeah, during World War II, a lot of people don't know that they actually had neutral firefighters just putting out fires. No one could shoot them.
You guys can shoot each other all you want, but
I'm going to take care of this fire.
I'm going to put out these fires.
Let's put this baby out.
That's what Dunkirk was all about. Just firefighters flying in with a bunch of dust. The same firefighters that are working in California right now.
Where is that crazy fire happening right now? New Zealand or some
everywhere.
shit? There's one that you said video though.
But
they're
I think
on the boat escaping, and it's looks like they're in fucking Nazi zombies Call of Duty.
I didn't see that, but it doesn't surprise me because I think like everywhere. I mean, the other day, New York was literally like the entire sky was clouded because of fires that are going on in
Canada,
Oregon.
Yeah.
So yeah, in Canada.
Yeah, that happens a lot though. I feel like that's been a thing. I remember in my childhood, we'd be going outside and it being like cloud. It'd be like dusty outside. We were like, what's going on? My mom would be like, there's fires in Canada. It's like brush fire.
We should have listened to Thunberg. We should have been listening to Greta Thunberg. She told us off the rip, but suddenly that we had to fly to the G4 summits in our private jets when we could have just been putting out the forest fires.
Yeah.
I think it's even worse in sub-Saharan Africa.
It's not right.
It's bad, dude.
The Amazon's on fire.
Fucking Bezos is going to space and the Amazon's on fire. That's ironic. Come on, bro.
Those tweets they were like, I don't think it's a coincidence that all the billionaires are trying to leave Earth. I don't think you guys think you're as smart as you think you are. I don't think you guys are as smart as you think you are.
They're going on planes.
They just want to go to space. I don't think it's like them like trying to flee the country.
They want to be the first person because that's how you get shit named after you. Like Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Vespucci, Lee Erickson.
I was looking at his page last night just to touch back on our wealth subjects and those Instagram pages, and they're just so dumb. Like there's literally a page called Wealth on Instagram, and it's just all like I live at the bank or I don't go to the clubs, like all posts like that type of shit. And the comments are just like, this is so fucking real. Like, oh my God, this is like, I needed to hear this. And it's just the dumbest shit. I saw one that was like, it was like 6 figures isn't a lot. It's $300 a day. Try and figure out how to make $300 a day. I'm like, dude, I don't think like making $300 a day isn't like an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not like panhandlers are just like, this shit is easy.
They were like sell 27 things for $5 or something like that.
Yeah, I love when they
like where like sell this. The only option to that is just sell drugs.
Yeah, so if you just sell like 10,000 things for $5,000, you'll be rich.
Yeah.
Like,
did you see Kanye's like room in the Atlanta stadium?
Oh yeah,
it's fire.
There was a glare over the minutes on his clock, and somebody had replied, he tapes over the minutes like real hustlers only need to know the hour.
That's so true, dude. If there's one thing I know about real hustlers is they are not caught up in the minutes, much less the seconds.
I don't think people realize it's legitimately psychopaths. Like they're not normal people. Like it's not like a cool thing. Like no normal person tapes over the minutes on the hour.
Well, yeah, he didn't. It was just the glare of the picture.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, still.
Also, none of the people that are like reposting that shit, the people who are like at 20, like you have to like figure out a plan.
Yeah, I saw
at
one that
40.
was like it was like goals for under 30. And it was like become a millionaire, buy your own house, start your own app. And it's like, dude, these aren't real. Like you're delusional.
The people that I know that said that they would become millionaires by 30 now won't return their friends' phone calls because they're in fucking personal debt.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't align like that. No. You can't inspirational quote yourself into success. No. It just doesn't work like that. You need to rob people. You need to do something dirty. You need to beg, borrow, and steal. That's the ways.
I just don't understand the concept of like like sitting at home and be like, God, Jeff Bezos is so fucking sick. I need to be him.
Legend. These people are sheep who don't standing for billionaires.
They don't play by the rules.
Because he's not even really giving you pearls of wisdom. Like standing for someone who's not even like, at least Warren Buffett will be like, these are the things you should do to have wealth like me. Like, I don't even think that Bezos is being like, here are the tips to take to become like me. Yeah. Like he's just going out to like exclusive brunches and like Tahiti and like trying to like squash his like any image of him. Like people aren't even allowed to take pictures of him.
No.
Same with Wahlberg. I saw a diagram of Wahlberg's house. Does Wahlberg not take selfies at his house? Because it was a beautiful property.
Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
As opposed to?
I don't know. I thought you were talking about
Donnie?
Zuckerberg for a second. I think I mixed up the Marks.
Oh, the Bergs.
Yeah.
Different Berg. It's a whole other Berg.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of them are just insane people.
Yeah. $100 million mansion.
This one says, if you're 20 to 30 and your main circle isn't discussing opening businesses, investing, escaping the 9-to-5, fitness and self-development, it's time to find a new circle. Your network is your net worth. And it's a picture of Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, of course it is. Is it actually Jordan Belfort or is it Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Exactly. It always is in those.
But the real Jordan Belfort's on there just being like the same asshole. Like he is that. He's exact.
Like on TikTok now.
Right. Exactly. Being the same asshole. Yeah. It's truly inspiring. I even saw like someone like it's a red flag to some people to like Wolf of Wall Street or to like Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
It should be.
I mean, I think Wolf of Wall Street's a good movie. It's entertaining, but I don't think like isn't he
It's
in
not
like
the
$100 million of debt or something like that? Or do you pay?
No,
it
he
off?
made it all back being a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Also, isn't your favorite movie American Psycho?
No. Not at all.
Why?
I love the movie.
It was directed by a woman. Is that why you don't like it?
No, I love that movie, but it's not my favorite movie.
It was directed by a woman though.
I think it's a good ass movie. I think there's a lot of good scenes.
Yeah, I like
The
some
intro.
of
I love the intro. It's my favorite, probably one of my favorite intros for a movie.
That must be what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What's the best soundtrack of a movie?
I don't know. I'm not a huge soundtrack
Hardball.
person.
It's Hardball. It's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah?
You never saw that?
No, I haven't.
Bro, go home. Little homework for you.
It's
It's got R. Kelly.
You wanted me to read like Power Thoughts or some shit?
The 48 Laws of Power. Dude, when I was in Hawaii, I heard like 3 Marines who had to have been like 45 to 60 years old, like discovering the 48 Laws of Power live. And they're like, it's pretty good, dude. You kind of should read it. Bro. You definitely should, because it's like things you don't think of that people in power actually do. And they were like all like taking notes with each other as they ate their fish lunch. It was fucking preposterous. Dude, another thing that happened in Hawaii, they're very litigious. They went through my bag at the airport. They found a bunch of weed.
Oh, really?
The police officers found the cops
pissed?
found a bunch of weed. They were pissed, but like they just didn't want to deal with it. And so
Were you scared?
whenever situations go like that, I just go full bitch mode.
Yeah, I can
like,
see you working your way out of that.
I did work my way out of it, and they're like very.
I could
like,
see you doing
peaceful.
that on purpose, getting caught on purpose,
just for the
just to
thrill
get
of
out of it.
It was thrilling, but I also knew as soon as it happened, like I know how I'm going to get out of this because they just want the power dynamic to be like they're powerful. So I just go to like, I'm so sorry, sir. Like I had no idea that it was in there. It's actually medical where I come from, and he let me off because he's like, it's actually like medical. Like I can tell because it was in a like pill bottle or something, but the label of the pill bottle was hippie crippler. But it's like, oh, this is medical. Like you should be good to go.
Yeah.
He let me go. I didn't even miss my flight.
Did you get? Oh wait, this was at the airport.
Yes, at the
What?
airport going through, and
Really?
didn't even miss my flight.
Oh my god! I thought you meant this was like I thought this was like at the hotel or some shit.
No, but they like almost caught me smoking at the hotel. They don't. I thought that they would be very pro weed in Hawaii.
Yeah.
They were anti.
Yeah.
But the guy found like a bag and like this pill bottle, and I was like, oh, it's medical. It's like, and they're like, well, it's legal here too, but like just not at a federal checkpoint. And so he let me on my way. But there was more weed in my bag that they didn't even find.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even dig deep enough
I've
into my
heard
bag.
there's like everyone has stories about like people just like bring weed now through the airports. They don't ever get caught.
Yeah, there was a New York Post article, New York Times article, basically saying that they're not going to check out of New York anymore. So I used that as I was flying out. But these tiny airports in Hawaii, they check through a little bit
I didn't even
more.
like know that was really a thing and think until we went to Kansas City and we got there and you had weed and I was like, where'd you get that? And you're like, oh, it was sitting for me in my hotel room when I got there. And I like believed you for a while.
They
And
roll
then
out the red
eventually-
carpet every time I hit the road.
And then eventually I was like, oh, you just brought that?
They give me four vials of weed, 2 bottles of Dom Perignon, and 5 Viagra every time
I literally thought that was like, I thought that's what happened. I was like checking in my room to see if I had any.
Marriott's rewards are fucking different these days.
Where's mine? They must have misplaced mine.
The Hilton Honors Club hits real different these days. They're fucking looking out for me.
Dude, when we were in
Kansas City?
junior or senior year of high school for prom, they like really stepped up the security. Like they were checking pockets. That you had to take your shoes off. They were breathalyzing us.
They check the underside of your dick.
No, literally, like, and my buddy brought like his weed pen in, and we were like in front of him, and I was so fucking scared that he was going to get in trouble because they were like, he had it in his sock and we didn't think they were going to make us take off our shoes, and they were making us take off our shoes. And then they were checking like the bottom of your sock and they were like, let me just see your sock. And he just went like this, like acting like he didn't like know what they meant. And then they just like let him go.
What the fuck? They're checking your socks for weed pens?
Because a couple of years ago at our school, there was a massive like thing that happened where like 50 kids got caught doing like coke on like senior night out. And like, it was just not good. Like our school got like sued by like the fucking boat that they were on and stuff. Like it was a whole thing.
That doesn't, I mean, how are you even, that's a lot of coke for 50 people worth of coke.
I don't know if it was actually 50, but it was like a big deal.
It was enough people that they just had to crack down on weed pens as if people were going to die from vaping weed.
Yeah.
It did go around. People did die from vaping.
Prom would have been so much more fun if you could just get like hammered.
If you could just be on a ton of coke.
Yeah.
Just like talking your teacher's ear off.
Yeah. Prom sucked.
Yeah, because nobody was yipped up.
I don't know how people have the confidence to like go to like a prom sober and be like dancing with everyone in your grade. I just sat on a chair with like my friends. I watched the Bruins actually. The Bruins were in the playoffs and I watched.
And you
that.
do not like sports.
I was very into the Bruins then.
Because they were doing well.
Yeah.
Or just because like prom, you did not want to be like in that awkwardness of prom.
I don't know. It was a little bit of both. I have in no way have like the social skills or like confidence to be dancing at prom sober.
But if you had a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
If I was drunk, I would have been doing the worm in the center of the circle.
Can you do the worm?
No, would have tried though.
You got to learn, or at least a split, or one of the Michael Jackson moves.
Yeah, the moonwalk.
Or like the little kick in the.
You like flossing when you're drunk.
No, I don't.
You do?
Yeah.
That's not true
Yes, he
at
does.
all.
I believe Owen.
That's completely false.
You're like the floss kid. You're like the original floss kid.
I don't really get drunk these days.
Why?
I just don't.
Must not be drinking enough.
No, like I know. I know why.
I think we just solved that one. If you drink more alcohol, I bet you'll get more drunk.
You know what else I've been doing a lot recently?
What's that, brother?
Shaving my freaking pubes.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
I've noticed that.
I'm looking at them.
You had a noticeable tuft in the front of your pants earlier, and now it's gone. Now it's almost as if you've been shorn down to the damn near the skin. Why? What is helping you do that?
Well, I've been experimenting with the Manscaped a lot recently. I mean, basically.
Yeah.
Are you ready for an out-of-world experience, fellas? Look no further than the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped that has just taken off in not only the USA, but Canada, the UK, across Europe, Australia, South Africa, and Singapore.
I love that. The Singapore men hate to get their balls nicked by their razor.
They hate
that.
They hate it, which is why the Manscaped launch in Singapore has been crucial for the growth of Manscaped and the health of the Singapore.
Yes, there's no more razor bumps for the fellas. Their shafts are immaculate. Jeff Bezos wants to ride their shafts into outer space. They truly look like rocket ships out in Singapore with their freshly Manscaped penis.
Oh yeah, I just got a new Manscaped the other day, and let's just say the bush situation is long downstairs. I'm going to go home today and I'm going to remove all of it, sprinkle it on Owen's pillow.
That's nice of you. That'll keep him honest. Honestly, I thought that you had already gotten rid of the pubic salad, but I guess
it grows back fast.
Oh, really? You just have that type of that's masculine. But that's why you need that lawnmower 4.0.
I know.
The 4.0, honestly, at one point this past year, even before Son of a Boy Dad existed, I went out and bought the 4.0.
I did as well.
Because I wanted my penis to look good.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm self-conscious about how I look at my penis and my asshole in the mirror. And whenever I'm looking at my asshole in the mirror, I don't want it to be looking like a big Sasquatch.
No, you don't.
I want it to look like a little Sasquatch. And that's why the Lawnmower 4.0 has that 4000K LED spotlight so you can see every crevice, every wrinkle of your anus. If you want to shave that butthole of yours, you need the Lawnmower 4.0.
Not to mention that it also has 7,000 RPM motor.
God, that's like a lawnmower.
Oh yeah,
that's like a real lawnmower.
It's a jet engine. I think jets run off of 4,000.
Yeah, probably less than that.
Yeah.
You could probably take flight if you just point your Lawnmower 4.0 in the right direction.
Yeah.
And that Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker. It's having like a little astronaut to chop your worst weeds up. And it'll get your nose hair right. It'll get your ear hair right. It'll get everything right.
You could basically you can stick it in any hole that you want.
You can.
And it'll clean that shit out.
Any hole that you have. Your armpits, any hole.
Yeah. You should do like a GPA joke. Like 4.0 is an A plus.
Oh yeah, that fucking
4.0 is an A plus.
This 4.0 isn't it's like an A plus.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code SON at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code SON at manscaped.com for a clean Trinity and beyond.
Your Spaceballs will thank you. And we'll know.
I liked that.
Yeah, a nice little piece of wordplay. That's good copy from the folks over at Manscaped. But we will also know if you're not using that promo code because they give us the information and the addresses of the people who do use that promo
luckily,
code.
we've been given permission to block everyone who doesn't use it from the stream.
And we will dox the people who we know are listening, who are subscribing, but not using it because we have that information too. We have your IP addresses.
We're talking about kids' names. We're talking about
Family
your phone number,
names,
social security,
precious
bank account
secrets,
information.
grandparents' maiden names.
All out to the public.
Your pets' first names. All of that shit will be in the public if you're not using promo
Maybe you got a
code
DUI back in 2014. That's coming out.
Wait, who told you about that? Wait a second. I didn't know we're doxing us in here. Just make sure that you shave your penises and you use Manscaped, okay?
Yeah.
This is the shout out section of the show.
Yeah, who are we shouting out?
Shout out to the teachers.
All right.
Shout out to
Michael Grueling.
Shout out to Big Gru.
He's been promoting the pod a lot. He wants on bad.
Late August, let's go out to
LA
and link up with Grueling, okay?
Yeah.
Later on this month.
I'm actually going to LA in early September, so maybe we could work that out.
Shut up.
Yeah, you can come.
What are you doing?
Nothing expensed. Going to visit one of my friends, and I also might be doing a comedy show out there.
What? That sounds hilarious.
But I can't speak on it too much.
Okay, cryptic. What? Where is it, and what's the time and date?
I don't know any of that information yet.
Is this through?
Is it through that brunch you
Is that
went
through
on?
your boy Dilly?
No, definitely not.
No?
I don't think he would do that.
How was that brunch? What was going on with you and your friend Tim Dillon?
It was good. We have some sketch ideas that we're going to shoot. I don't know when we're doing it. Either I think probably maybe next week or the week after that.
Who was doing the pitching? Were you pitching and he was catching, or he was pitching and you were catching? Oh, the sketch ideas. I'm talking about the sketch ideas. We're talking about sketch ideas.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ambi pictures.
Yeah.
I love
He
that.
posted a picture of you. What was the caption?
I don't remember. He deleted it though.
Wow, on your request?
No.
Dude, delete that.
No, I didn't care.
It looked like shit.
He said I looked like I had something wrong with me in the picture.
And
He said that was funnier. He said that made it funnier.
yeah, if he deprecated you,
Yeah.
elevated himself
No, it was a good time. He's fucking hilarious.
in person.
Yeah.
Really?
Very funny.
Funnier in person or on his podcast?
I mean, I think he's just the same exact person in person that he is online.
That's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, he was very funny.
Because a guy like me, different person altogether.
I don't think I was very funny at all. I think I was extremely, I haven't woken up earlier than like 10 in months. And we met at 9:30 a.m., which meant I was up at like 8. And I was like,
And you don't go to bed until 7.
yeah, I was a zombie.
That's tough. But
Then
he probably gets it.
I walked home and I went to bed.
What did you eat at breakfast? Eggs, Benedict.
I had a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it's not a great order.
It was a pricey place.
I know, but why get the breakfast sandwich
It was
there?
good as fuck.
You're going to get a sandwich at a place
Potatoes.
like that?
There's potatoes.
I feel like you can get a breakfast sandwich at like any bagel spot in New York. I feel like if you're going to a fancy place, get like the chicken Florentine or some shit like that.
I know.
Or
I'm a traditional.
the broccoli
I'm
crab.
the common man. I like a breakfast sandwich. Sue me. Good ass breakfast sandwich.
I don't know. Was it what kind of bun? Brioche?
Bagel.
And you got that at a rich place, at a fancy place. You just got a bagel.
Bun?
You went to a fancy place. You don't think there's brioche
Bro.
buns?
You wouldn't get it. You weren't there. Dylan didn't invite you, bro.
Fuck. God damn it, bro. Please. I have things to pitch. I have ideas too.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah. Did he tell you that he was going to introduce you to any of his
Yeah, he said I'll be on Joe Rogan within the next couple of weeks.
any of his other Hollywood elites?
No, but he did have a story for basically every famous person.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Who was the person that Whitney Cummings?
Yeah.
And he was like, he went to her house and he said that there was like 400 people working there. He said all of their jobs was to make sure that she doesn't drown herself in her bathtub.
That's what Glenny Balls has. Glenny Balls' parents do the exact same thing. Like his parents are all on 24-hour duty to make sure that he doesn't slip into his inflatable hot tub in his backyard. That's crazy. Whitney Cummings has the same thing. It might be Glenny's parents that are helping Whitney Cummings
I saw
out.
Glenny walking down the street today and I didn't know it was him. And then it was like so strange seeing him out in the wild.
Yeah, Glenny's in the wild.
Yeah.
We should start an Instagram account, Glenny in the wild.
Yeah, we should.
What What I want to hear more of the Hollywood stories.
I don't remember any of the other ones.
Yeah, because you definitely can't tell them. It's definitely some shit
Sorry,
like
bro.
that.
It was kind of like between me and him.
Yeah,
One of those kind of
fuck, dude.
situations. Yeah, you
I love inside fucking juice though, bro. My problem is I got too loose of lips though. I'll fucking sink this shit, bro.
Be
I'll
telling
fucking
everybody.
tell everybody that Whitney Cummings has a harem of slaves working in her house. What? Whitney Cummings uses humans as furniture. She uses Guatemalans to sit on. Oh, that's fucked. That's so fucked up. Makes them blow dry her every day just with their mouths. They just blow on her just to get her dry. That's what she likes. I saw Whitney Cummings, I honestly on TikTok the other day arguing with Tim Dillon about like her, like bragging about her friendship with who's the girl from Bird Box? Sandra Bullock.
Oh, really?
Sandra Bullock. That's the type of shit that she's on.
Yeah.
Well, it's just different levels of
famous.
fish, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're bragging about Tim Dillon. She's bragging about, it's
Sandra
just
Bullock.
it's just big fish in different
I saw on
sizes of ponds.
MGK's 10 things he can't live without. One of them was a journal he got from Sandra Bullock.
Flex. Incredible flex.
That's
Was it her
classic
journal that she had
MGK.
already written in? Or was he writing in
like
it? Was it just a blank book that
It
she
has the
gave
meaning
him?
to life in it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it might be the new Bible. Just follow whatever Bullock follows. Why was MGK getting shit on today?
I don't know. I think the funniest thing that I've seen in a while on the internet was like MGK saying that he makes music for kids who like aren't cool and don't fit in. And someone was like, someone quotes me like, you're actively having sex with Megan Fox.
You've been a famous like rapper for a decade.
Yeah. You're like, in no way are you a cool person a not cool person.
You're
who
like
doesn't
tall,
fit in.
skinny, have tattoos,
Yeah.
and bang famous
Yeah.
women and are a millionaire many times over. Have been successful in every genre that you've tried, even are successful as an actor.
He makes music for people who jerk off to his girlfriend.
Yeah. Did he date Eminem's daughter for a while, or was that just like a diss?
I think he just threatened to date Eminem's daughter.
Yeah, it's a pretty good threat.
But he had some, he wasn't, what other, it's an incredible threat.
Yeah, I'm gonna date your daughter.
It is.
Oh, I'm gonna date her so hard.
Oh,
I'm gonna date her so good.
I'll wine and dine her.
Yeah, I'm gonna take her out for a nice dinner.
Let the steak sit for 10 minutes. You'll be pissed. Cut with the grain. Wine,
I'm gonna
romance,
propose to her.
candlelit dinner, etc. I will ask you for her hand in marriage beforehand,
Yeah.
respectfully. Piss your dumb ass off, old man. Your
Such
beard
a
is
good
weird.
diss. Such a good diss track.
Gonna make sweet missionary love to your daughter. Then make her come afterwards manually. Not with my penis, of course.
Manually.
Sas and I watched Transformers this weekend.
So good.
No way.
So good.
With M. Fox,
The first one is incredible.
I read a article about Shia LaBeouf's acting in that movie, and he was like, most people like they'll act like they're method actors to like whenever they're like running away from something or have to have a scene that invokes a lot of terror. And he's like, I just pretend that I'm scared of shit. I was like, damn, bro, that's fucking genius.
There's some scene in Fury. He's in Fury.
Which one's Fury? The drummer movie?
The war.
Not Quite My
movie.
Tempo?
No. The war movie. Fury. I think Brad Pitt's in it, too.
1917?
No. And there's a scene where he has like a massive like slash on his like face. And apparently they were like going to do it with makeup, and he just like did it himself. He just like cut his face open.
That's it, because he's method.
Yeah, they were like, we'll just look just as real if we just do it with makeup, right?
That's so fucking nuts. He's nuts.
crazy.
He was like one of my goats growing up, but now I read articles about him where he's
He's like abusive now, isn't he?
and I think that he's like, who is he talking to? It was like fucking Zendaya or something like that. Or the lady
when he started rapping,
yes,
when things took a
that was
turn
weird,
for
and it
him.
was just someone else's rap that he was rapping. But who is the lady from Twilight? Kate, who was fucking. She was fucking Pattinson or something like that. But he was like basically saying, I don't know how to live unless I'm acting. Like I don't even know how to act in the real world. Like the only time that I'm really being myself is when I'm like in that world, in that character acting.
Christian Stewart.
And he was just He just had his dick so far down his own throat that I was like, were your ribs removed? Or like, how are you so
Just
flexible?
Do It video too was a big turning point for him.
I even thought that might have been like, was that supposed to be funny? Was he cracking jokes?
No, that was like mental break. He had a mental break.
But even Stevens was so funny.
Yeah, that's my favorite show.
Is it?
Ever, yeah.
Beans is a goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he just lost his mind.
Yeah, and it happens
to the best of us.
Exactly. You want to spend too much time on Disney or Nickelodeon, and you're gonna lose your mind. It's a death sentence. Like, I think parents who hate their kids sign them up to audition for a Nickelodeon or a Disney Channel show.
Yeah, Rob Lowe talked about how like the child fame stuff, and he said it's just like he said he was like 14 and they were just like banging lines of coke in like the dressing rooms.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore was like the 5 years old.
The producers would like bring them cocaine.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the biopic on Shia LaBeouf?
Like a grilled cheese and like Coke. Like the kids menu Coke.
He said you could like buy Coke in like at the set. like
they were making the kids pay.
Yeah, it's not even like a vending machine. They couldn't even just get the free Coke.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I would never be a child star.
No, neither would I.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, you gave that shit up a long time ago.
I say child star is like 13.
You have the word Lil in your name.
That doesn't mean I'm a child.
You're grown.
I'm 20.
And little or young doesn't mean anything these days.
No.
Old people are little young. Think of Steve Young. That guy's like 50.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing young about Steve Young. Nothing young about him at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Being a child star is not a good idea. Yeah, signing your kid up for doing that, I think it's got to be like something like they want. Like obviously they want something.
Yes.
Like it.
It's a psychological deficiency in themselves.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is my chance to get my kid. Even just like, so if you coach your kid hard, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. If I have kids, I'm never doing that shit.
The only way to show your kids you love them is neglecting them. Like if you're in your kid's life, like it's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Sports should be fun. It shouldn't be like traumatizing.
Yeah. Like these people are just beaning their kids with baseballs, trying to get them.
I get like the hard, they want their kids to work hard and stuff, but it's like, if your kid likes the sport, they will work hard.
Exactly. No one who's ever coached their kid hard has ever wound up putting a kid in the major leagues.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Tiger Woods,
yeah.
But he probably likes golf. Like he probably liked golf enough to the point. If you have to force your child to play sports.
And the only things that got Tiger Woods good at golf is when his dad was in the trailer next to the golf course, like having sex with random ladies. It was like, thank God dad's away. It was the neglect that was helping him. Now I can focus a little bit without my old man.
Yeah.
Hey, dad, go fuck a little bit so I can play a little bit of golf, okay? Here's some hoes. Here's some girls' phone numbers. Here's some waitresses, Dad. Why don't you try and fuck those ladies so I can work on my short game?
Who was Tiger Woods fucking? Like the Denny's waitresses or some shit?
Yeah, like any chain restaurant.
Yeah.
He just loved a chain restaurant waitress.
He's a common man.
Exactly.
Don't we all love them?
Salute, brother. Who among us hasn't fucked every Denny's waitress? Who among us isn't just at Chili's?
I walk in Denny's and I say, this is fair game.
All these girls are fair game.
And here we go.
All right, let the games begin, fellas. He walked in with like 5 other golfers. All right, boys.
We all sit at different tables.
Dibs on Melinda. They definitely were.
That was crazy when he crashed his car the second time. And
I was about to say which time.
And he was in Florida. He was in Jupiter, Florida. And they were like, where are we? They asked him questions like, where are you right now? And he was like, I'm in LA. I was like, holy shit. He must have been fucked up to not even know where you are.
Is there footage of that?
No. That was where the famous mugshot was from, though, where he looks like really bad. Dude, they like fixed his hair in Photoshop for the mugshot because they like felt bad for him.
Because he looked that bad? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
His hair was like, he has like curly hair and it was like all like up and they like cut it off on Photoshop.
They gave him a flat top.
Yeah,
he looked like Kid and Play.
Yeah.
But I think it's not that crazy to not know what city you're in. I think that someone like him who's just like traveling around all the time, you're just going from hotel room to hotel room.
I mean, he wasn't playing golf for a while. I can't imagine he travels too much anymore.
I think if you're rich, you travel all the time, no matter what.
For no reason.
I think that you're just like traveling because you can.
It's weird.
Do super rich people stay in hotels? Or are they like, where does Britney Spears stay?
Oh, they like rent houses.
Mm-hmm. You think she rents a house? You think Spears rents a house? Also, have you been seeing her Instagram presence recently?
Of her posting herself naked.
She's just holding her breasts in her hands.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think I don't know. But there are women in the comments just like gassing her up, like, yes, that's hot. Paris Hilton's in
Yeah,
there
no,
just-
I get it. I don't. But is there a reason she's doing it, or is it just because? Like, I have nothing wrong with it, but is she posting it because?
Maybe it's just to like own her own sexuality. Maybe
Yeah, I think it's like people think everything that she does is like a
cry for
call,
help.
yeah.
Like, oh, there's like something's off here.
yeah.
Like every one of her comments is like, something's going on. I fully support her, but like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
She might be crazy.
She definitely is crazy. I don't think that means that she deserves the conservatorship, but
Yeah.
she's definitely, I mean, she had that whole thing where she was legitimately being like, I'm faster than Usain Bolt. She was like at Planet Fitness and she was like, I just ran a faster 100-mile dash than Usain Bolt.
Jesus Christ. Tip of the cap for her on that 100-mile dash though. Like she's probably fine. And it doesn't surprise me either. She's built to tumble. She's always doing fucking cartwheels. She's
I
fucking
mean,
loose.
she's probably just like, if you are living like that for so long, like, I mean, you probably just go crazy. It's not
Does she
surprising.
have the right, if she's given her own complete facilities and she decides that she's just going to post ass naked, like her vagina will be on Instagram every single day.
I don't think you would be. I don't think she'd be able to do that on Instagram.
But she'd probably get kicked off of Instagram and maybe like lose her Instagram privileges or something like that. Like, do you think that like she has the right to be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Even if she's going to like fuck herself over and like spoil all the money?
No, I don't know why I said yeah. No way.
So she doesn't have the right to do that.
No, I don't think she gets to choose what she posts online.
But I'm saying like if she had autonomy, do you think she should have the right to just like, even if she's going to tank her brand, if she's going to lose all of her money?
I don't give a fuck. Why would I care?
That's what I'm asking. I mean, it seems like people are just like, oh, she's going to go off the fucking deep end. She'll lose everything.
Who cares?
Exactly. Like it's not even hers. It's her. At least she would have something to lose.
Yeah. No, I don't think that matters at all.
Exactly. Let her open an OnlyFans.
Yeah. Like, who gives a fuck?
Let her do her cartwheels. Let her fucking run. Let her race Bolt.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not Spears? Why not us?
Yeah. Why not Spears?
Can we have Spears on the pod?
Whoa. Damn it.
Why not, dude? Has she ever been on a podcast?
She doesn't even know what a podcast is.
Text Grueling.
Yeah, true.
Grueling could definitely help us out. Gruelin's listening.
I was actually at dinner with Britney last night. Good girl. Doesn't quite understand crypto though.
You have to hold her hand through blockchain.
Yeah.
Like, get with it, Britney. We have big investments to make. Her net worth could be insane if she just got in at the right point. If she just bought Cardano when she was supposed to. She's all tied up in Ethereum.
That would be awesome if Britney, like, if just as soon as she gets released, she just starts going full like scumbag and like releasing her own like cryptocurrencies and shit.
It'd be
Britney
incredible.
Coin. Yeah.
People would buy it.
I'm all in on Britney coin.
I would buy all
Everyone's
of Britney
just
coin.
losing millions of dollars.
Yeah, there's no liquidity to it. So people can put their money in, but they can't take their money out.
Yeah.
She rides off into the sunset. Maybe she's just such a ruthless businesswoman that they can't give her the keys to her own
she's like
kingdom.
really crazy. Like maybe she's like murdered dozens of people.
I would.
Conspiracy time. Welcome to the Conspiracy Hour with Sas and Rone.
Britney Spears, has she been capping people? Is American Psycho truly about Britney Spears'
10
rampage?
school shootings that you didn't know Britney Spears was behind.
Whoops, she did it again.
Yeah.
Britney Spears is just
I did
out
it
there.
again.
Let's trace back Columbine to Britney Spears'
Did she have a buzz cut then?
Oops, I did it again.
She might
That
have.
was like that. Why was that like worldwide news
What?
when she shaved her head?
Because people were just that was
Like that, like I have that memory like engraved into my head, like just as much as I have like the Boston bombings.
I think it was the height of
Like sitting around the TV as a family, being like, "This is so bad."
pray for Britney.
Yeah, what is happening?
I remember the president got on the news and was like, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah,
Make sure that this doesn't happen to you. Vigilance."
like it was. I remember seeing videos of her like walking around her house like bald.
We'll get through this as a country together.
6, and I remember thinking it was like a crazy, like something terrible has happened.
You're crying.
Yeah.
What
It's
is
gonna
that?
be okay. It's gonna be okay.
It's like when a kid sees their parent without a beard for the first time. It was like, who is that? That's not the lady from the Toxic video, is it? You know who was loving it though? Aguilera. Aguilera was so happy that fucking Britney Spears. Nobody loves to see a fall from grace. I bet all of those women thought they were stepping up one rung. Jessica Simpson, fired up. Kelly Clarkson, fired up. They all had to be excited when Britney Spears was going through it.
Fantasia.
I don't prey on other women's downfall like that, though. I support
Of course
women.
not. Of
Even
course
if these
not.
women aren't supporting other women, I'm supporting other women.
Of course.
Except for I had a run where I didn't love Kesha, but I've gotten through that.
Reasonable.
I'm big enough to admit it. I was just more into Katy Perry at the time.
Kesha stans aren't gonna like that one.
Yikes. Sorry, ladies.
Big Cat had a pretty big run-in with the J-Lo fans. I don't know if you were aware about that.
I know. I mean, J-Lo is a precursor to Spears, though. J-Lo's in that Mariah Carey class, just a notch beforehand. Spears was just chasing low.
She was.
Why? What were the fans saying? Big Cat, of course, friend of the program. He's been on this podcast before.
Big friend of the program. We're actually looking to get him full time at Barstool.
Go listen to his podcast, The Yak. It's pretty good. Go check it out. He's doing some things over there. They're doing.
He
pretty
used to be on
decent numbers.
KFC radio.
Now he's on
They
the Yak.
fired him. They got rid of him on that. But he's on the Yak now.
They moved on to Asa Akira from him, who's also not with them anymore. But now he's on the Yak and he's doing good stuff over there. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Big shout out to that guy. And sorry for anything he's going through with all the J-Lo fans. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to get.
I'm sure he'll bounce back.
I want to stay neutral on this one because I have no animus towards J-Lo, but I'm rooting for Big Cat, friend to friend, man to man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get the fuck out of here?
How long have we been going?
We're good.
Or should we keep going? Because if we keep going, I'll pee real quick.
I have to pee too. Want to go like 10
Why don't
more
you
minutes?
boys go pee and
we'll put a
Yeah.
fucking, we'll rev it up for this last part of it. This last part's going to be the fucking wackiest shit yet.
Can you clap your balls? Your balls?
Oh, I gotta piss bad.
Did you hear that?
All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad after show, after dark. I'm here with my co-host Rone.
Yes, this is where it gets
a little naughty.
naughty.
So I was just in the bathroom peeing, and about halfway through my piss, I realized I was in the ladies' room.
Whoopsies.
No, I'm joking. That didn't happen, but I thought it would be funny. I came up with that. I was in the bathroom.
That is a good premise.
I could see that happening.
Have you ever done it?
No, but I could see it happening.
At work or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Did you ever used to go in the women's room when you were a little boy with your mom?
Yeah. I used to be like, Mom, why can't we just go in the boys' room together? And then I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
Mom, this shit's gay.
Well, make me like hold her purse. The hell is going on, Mom?
Wow, you shit.
Do you know what you're doing for my brand?
You're killing me, Mommy. What if all the other kids saw, Mommy? Because you're definitely at mommy stage still when you're...
No, I think I went to the bathroom with my mom until I was in like 7th grade.
Like you were in the stall sitting there?
Yeah.
Or she was in the stall with you?
No, I would just wait outside.
Like, are you saying
talk
when
to all
she
the
had to go to
ladies.
the bathroom or when you would talk to them? You like gassed them up?
No,
Did you do it one last time with her before you moved to college?
Yeah. I was like, Mom, let's go to the bathroom together.
You
One
just
last
cried?
ride.
You did your secret handshake on the toilet? Have you seen that video of the kid giving his mom a secret handshake going off to college and they like can't get through it? They're like crying as they like dap each other up.
No. Good. Have you ever seen the Good Neighbor sketch where the kid's going to college, where Kyle Mooney's going to college?
I don't think I have.
It's so fucking funny.
Don't tell me about it. I'll watch it.
It's really good.
As long as you read 48 Laws of Power, I will watch this shit.
Their sketches were so good. The Beck Bennett is such a good actor. He's just like, son. Kyle Mooney keeps walking away. He's walking down out the yard with like his bag, and he's like, "Hey, son, I think he's like, I know you're only 18, but you're a man in my eyes. I think when you get back, I'd like to have a beer together." And he's like, "Yeah, Dad, I would like that." He's like, "How about right now?" I'm like, "Dad, I'm going to college right now." "Hey, son." It's so funny.
Did you cry when your parents left you off at college?
No, I think I was in an extremely depressed state when I went to college in the beginning, and I was just numb to everything.
Not depressed enough to cry?
No.
If you were depressed enough, you would have been crying.
Yeah, beginning of college was weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Why, your roommate jerked off in front of you?
No, actually,
I only say that because it's after dark right now.
Yeah. No, the first week I was at college, I don't think my roommate wasn't there. I was there for like some from week early thing that like, there was an option to do. And I did that. A lot of people did that, but he didn't. And so I was just alone a lot. And at one point I thought my room was haunted.
Damn. What was happening? Like people were changing the channel on your TV? Things
No, nothing happened. I think it's just like it's weird just like being in any new place that you haven't slept before.
Yeah. I don't really have the fear of haunting. I feel like that's kind of feminine trait.
I had a bad nightmare last night where it was ghosts and I was terrified. I woke up terrified.
No way.
Yeah, it was like a night terror.
How are the ghosts manifesting themselves? Like, what did they look like? Was it just like you're under like a...
They all look like the Yak team.
Like they're translucent, the Yak team, or were they like
no,
they had a sheet over them?
I don't even remember the dream. I think it was like I was watching some scary movie that like no one watches because it's too scary, and then like the ghosts like became real.
Oh, during the dream you were watching something? You were just like watching the scariest shit?
And then I woke myself up. I'm pretty good at waking myself up during like nightmares.
I gotta get out of this.
Yeah, I don't have nightmares a lot, so it's always an event when it happens.
Dude, I rarely have them as well.
Yeah.
I had one recently though where it was like a raccoon, like a Lilo and Stitch type character where I like looked at it and then it just like zoom jumped at my neck to like start.
Most of my nightmares involve plane crashes. Almost all of them actually. And I do, that's a lie. I have those almost like every night.
Really? Is it about your stand-up? It's probably about your stand-up.
No, but apparently it means something, or like your life is spiraling out of control.
Can you look up what that means? What do plane crash dreams mean? Because I feel like, I don't know how, but dreams mean almost the same thing for everybody.
Okay, that's what they say with that. But also I think I just have like an intense fear of flying. I think that's what it is.
Dreams of plane crashes can represent insecurities about your own career.
Ooh. It's not what it is though.
Oh, it seems like it. That anonymous website
basically every time is that we're taking off and then the plane engines shut down while we're in the middle of the takeoff and we just fall back.
Kind of like how your career is taking off right now. And if the plane engines of your career shut down, you'd have to fall back into a life of college.
Oh, very similar, but that's not what it is. And then I'm also really afraid of sharks. So the worst one I ever had was the plane crashed and then we landed and then there were sharks everywhere. So it was like a double whammy.
So it's like your career didn't work out, but you found another good career. But then in this other good career, what was happening, Owen? What was the...
Shark dreams ask us to remember the...
This shit is so dumb.
The crushing limitlessness of our own abilities.
Okay, but can't you just be like, oh, I'm afraid of sharks?
You're not that afraid of sharks.
No, I'm extremely
You're not that afraid of sharks.
Oh my God, those videos where it's like someone surfing on a GoPro and then all of a sudden there's just like a massive great white next to them. I get like I send them to other people and I'm like, can you watch this and let me know if there's a shark in it? Because I always know it's coming. I know it's coming.
So then why do you ask them?
And then they send it to me and they're like, yeah, there is.
Honestly, you have honest friends because if someone did that to me, I'd be like, no, don't worry about it. No shark. You would watch it and then you get the willies.
What did the tweet you tweeted when you were in Hawaii that you told someone in the hot tub that they looked like
Jerry Sandusky?
Yeah. What did you actually do that?
No, it was literally a joke, and some people were just like crushing me, being like, "This is extremely scumbag."
Okay,
behavior.
but like, is that not? You would do that. 100% you would do that.
Just to be like, hey, buddy, you look like Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
I could see you being alone in a hot tub and just saying that to some random dude.
And just like, I don't care if I get punched in the face. I have empathy for other human beings. I'm not like...
Debatable.
You think that I'm a sociopath?
No, I don't think you're a sociopath. I think you like to get a rise out of people.
But not like that though. I don't want to just hurt someone's feelings and just be sitting there one-on-one while they're hurt.
Yeah, I guess that's
But
true.
Everyone was like, yeah, this is fucking very scumbagish. I was like, what, the Four Seasons is scumbag behavior? What are you even talking about? You've obviously never been to a Four Season. And then someone else was like, no, like your actions and then your attempt at a flex. It's like, buddy, that's not an attempt at a flex. It's a flex. Okay, I'm not fucking trying to flex. It was the Four Seasons hot tub downstairs and it was lovely.
Is that where you were? The Four Seasons?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that on the Barstool card?
Nah, brother, that's out of the pocket.
Oh.
And I am significantly poor afterwards. I got the bill and I was shocked.
Oh, yeah.
I started arguing with them. No way. I didn't order these rooms.
This can't be right.
This isn't right.
Someone needs to do something about this because I'm not paying.
How can lasagna be this expensive? $75 for lasagna?
Listen to me when I'm telling you I'm not paying this.
I've seen people flip out like that.
Yeah, my dad's flipped out like that.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I see my dad at his craziest points is when we're at a hotel checking in.
He's like, I'm a firefighter.
No, he's not actually a firefighter.
I know that. I saw a battle rapper do it one time. Like we were in.
He starts battle rapping the.
It was way more bitch made.
Hotel motel
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
He kicked his suitcase. He was like so pissed. He like flipped his because he was a Canadian dude.
Yeah.
And someone had made overseas calls while he was in England or some shit like that, or like they were making calls and it was like $300 in phone or like 300 pounds of phone charges being charged to his room. And he was just flipping out. He threw his hat. He kicked his suitcase in the lobby. He was having a full on tantrum.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, if I ever battle rap this dude, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy over it. Cause this is the softest
I
shit
think
I've ever seen.
the most angry you ever see people at is like checking into hotels or like airports or like on customer service, like with an airline, because airline customer service, they are ruthless.
But what do you mean bad? Like they don't give you the service that you want?
No, never. You never call an airline and get what you're looking for unless it was over the pandemic. Then like you almost always got like a full refund, which was awesome.
But since then, like but also like arguing or just giving some poor lady at the desk like a ton of attitude, whereas like she cannot do anything. Like you can't.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, how do you not understand? It's like they have one job and it's to not give you your money back. That's what they are being paid to do. And you yelling at them is not like the more you yell, the more they're not going to.
Melinda from American Airlines is incompetent and idiot and bad at her job.
Yeah.
Tell her that if you see her. People are just ruthlessly assholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody with a little bit of a blue check mark. I got pissed off at Live Nation the other day though. I was fucking trying to buy some John Mayer tickets and I fucking stood in the line for fucking a long ass time. They put me in like a different queue. I had the pre-sale and they still fucked me.
Yeah.
I was about to go on a rampage.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But what am I going to ask him for tickets personally?
You could.
I should.
You definitely could.
But I think that's a little bit, that's a little bit overextending. That's a little.
Yeah, you might be reaching out a little too much.
A little bit of a reach. Asking people for favors. I would
never ask someone for tickets to their show for free.
Period.
Yeah.
Just buy the tickets, be supportive. Oh, you're telling them don't tell that story? Don't say that anymore.
What, the Fat Tuesdays thing? But that was because the tickets were sold out. If the tickets aren't sold out, then I'm gonna buy the tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But that's even harder for them then. If
the tickets weren't sold out, and Shane Gillis was there, and I really wanted to see Shane Gillis, and Owen was going, and so were a couple other people from the office, and I was like, I want to go, so I asked Stav, and I got him.
Wow.
Well, sort of. I don't know. I snuck in.
We just walked in.
And then he texted me or he DM'd me after and said that he put my name on the thing.
You might want to pick up those names you just dropped, brother. They're all over the place, brother.
He has no idea. I think he just thought I was a random fan. Like he wasn't doing it because I was me.
No, I think that, I
saw him after and I was like, what's up, man? And he just was like, hey, and just walked by.
There's no shame in doing it. I just never would.
I DM'd the stand first and asked if there was any extra tickets that I could buy.
Actually, I tried to do that at a restaurant in Hawaii.
And Shane Gillis was fucking hilarious.
He's goated.
So I was pumped that I went. I had no regrets.
He's totally a goat.
And Mark Norman was there too.
Shut up. The very same Mark Norman of the shows that he's on?
Yeah. Yes, that one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was funny.
Tip of the cap. I love comedians.
Yeah.
I just love that they're just up there fucking telling jokes. Irreverent.
Speaking of which, we had Florentine on the yak the other day. You weren't here.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny guy.
Fettuccine.
Yeah.
Dude loves talking about pussy the entire time.
Really?
I think everything he thinks about or does revolves around like when he's going to fuck the next time.
Good for him.
He said Sas will never have a girlfriend. He will never get married. He will never have kids.
Yeah.
But when he's in Des Moines, Iowa at a Holiday Inn, he will fuck 9s instead of 5s.
Yeah.
Iowa nines?
Mm-hmm.
He was like very, very like, you're like,
Oh, if you go down the stand-up. Like,
yeah.
I thought he meant just like he was just calling you out.
no,
You're never going to fuck except for in Iowa.
no, he was basically saying that.
No, you'll get married in like an oversized Uniqlo long sleeve t-shirt or something.
These are both Uniqlo.
Yeah, oversized. Actually, bro, I need to re-up for the fall. I'm about to go fall shopping.
Yeah, Uniqlo's where it's at.
We should shop till we drop.
We
bro.
got to get a Uniqlo sponsorship.
Should we go right now?
Yeah, let's go after this.
Let's just go right now.
Yeah, let's bring the cameras
Yo,
and the pod and the mics.
shop it, dude. A live pod in
A live pod in
Uniqlo.
Uniqlo's nice.
Dude, Roger Federer.
Something is going on there though that they're not telling us about.
Yeah.
Like the basement. Like half the store's in a basement and there's like no service. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. What's in this? What's in the floor below this?
Yeah, where are the
Children.
logos? And they're definitely on some
Children.
Wayfair shit.
It's like the Pizzagate.
Remember when
Uniqlo gate.
Wayfair, they said that they had kids in their cabinets. They said like at the shipping facilities. I drove past the Wayfair shipping facility in Jersey yesterday and there were little kids like streaming out like it was the Underground Railroad. They were just all like sprinting. I was like, get in the car, get in the car.
Holy shit.
I've
Have you
driven
ever
to
seen the
safety.
video of Alex Jones like supposedly stopping like the kidnapping? Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
It has to be fake.
No, I bet that he stopped the kidnapping.
There's like a group of
I don't know
there's
why
like a
he
bunch
would
of-
lie
There's
about
like a
that.
bunch of kids in like the back of this minivan and this dude's driving them and he's like standing in front of the minivan. He's like, "Let those kids out now."
It's like a school bus.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, like Alex Jones is a hero."
He just like stopped some kids from going to first period one
Yeah.
day. He's a hero. I believe him, bro. I believe that he saved the kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear some crazy shit and it turns out to be true, like aliens and shit.
That's real.
Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, bro.
That's real.
That shit's real, bro.
That's real. All right.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening and for watching this
Shout
on
out
YouTube.
to the boy Mick Abel.
Shout out to Mick Abel. Nick Abel?
Mick.
Mick Abel? Is this like a
Shout out segment.
who's Mick Abel?
He's a baseball player.
Oh, the one who hates Barstool?
No, he's a fan of Son of a Boy Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Mick Abel. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Mick Abel.
Okay. Whoever that.
And thanks for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you give this a thumbs up. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, make sure
Shout
you
out all the
give it a 5-star
firefighters, first
review.
responders.
Shout out to all the first responders.
And unfollow us on TikTok.
Why?
Eh.
No, don't unfollow us on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Just kidding. Don't. I don't want to promote TikTok. I
No.
hate TikTok.
You have to. You have to. It's just part of the. Do you see me just catch that bug?
Yeah, and then you let it go.
That's fucking.
So good job. So good work.
That's kind. All right. I'm not a murderer out here.
All
Quick enough to be one though.
right, guys. Thanks. Peace.